Hello, Mr. Theodore Roosevelt. How are you doing this fine day?
I'm doing great, sir. How about you?
I'm doing just fine, thank you. Now let us begin. What was your most impressive achievement, and why?
Well, one of my finest achievements was the Northern Security lawsuit, because I had to fight corporate monopolies who controlled everything from the steel industry to the lifeblood of our nation, trains. I made myself their enemy and was even called the enemy of property. They do not know how wrong they were, though. I love wealth, yes. I truly believe in it. However, the Northern Securities were going to kill it. I had to stop them in order to save it. As you probably already know, the only men who are fit to lead are those who do not fear to die.
Oh, nice. I heard you brought more power to the presidency by stretching the laws of the executive branch. Is this true?
Well, I had big plans to attack corporate monopolies for the sake of the people. I built the Panama Canal and I had to stop several different labor strikes. Normally, these are not powers granted to the president, but they must be done. I merely sidestepped the law when I needed to. After all, a president must do anything the country needs, as long as it was legal.
What are your thoughts on Senator Hanna? I know you two weren't exactly good friends.
Senator Hanna was a great man, and the word of his passing affected me greatly. It is no mystery that we didn't always get along, and if it wasn't for his unfortunate passing, he would have given me quite the run for the presidency. But Hanna was a great man, and despite our differences, I will always have great respect for him.
How did your presidency make you a better president than others?
I don't think that I'm a better president than others, specifically Lincoln. I really looked up to him. I consider him the best president of all time. I even feel an emotional connection with him.
Oh yeah, how's that?
Well, when I was a young lad, I saw his coffin pass below my window. That left a huge impression on me. Ever since that day, I've looked up to him. However, sometimes I do wish I had his calm. So far as one who is not a great man can model himself upon one who was, he has the potential for greatness. I did not realize my full potential while in office, but I did reach many goals for the American people. Even though I didn't accomplish all my goals, I stayed true to my promise and stepped down after 2 terms. Sticking to my word is something not everybody has done.
What are your thoughts on the recent renovations of the White House that you've requested?
Well, first and foremost in my life, I'm a family man, and as a family man, I cannot allow them to live in the White House in the state it was in. The offices were right next to the room where my family was staying. They had to deal with politicians coming in and out right near where they were slept. So I moved them out and hired Charles McKim, a very talented New York architect, to make the White House more functional as a place of work and as a place of residence.
And what exactly are the changes that he made?
I had to make the White House much more modern, and with the addition of the West Wing, I now had a place for the offices far from where my family lived and spent the majority of their time.
What did you do in the leading cause to stop the coal rebellions?
The coal rebellions were threatening a strike that would completely bring daily life to a halt. They were causing sabotage, riots, and murder. Not to mention the Northeast was starving and freezing because they were already short of coal. At this time, the big money monopolies were still mad at me because of the Northern Securities lawsuit. Eventually, I managed to get the coal barons and the strike organizers in the same room. I prepared the National Army to seize the mines if it didn't go over well. But they eventually agreed to put 2 representatives from the coal miners on an arbitration board. If it weren't for me, the whole country would have been in shambles in 1902. I averted a big crisis that day.
Very interesting, Mr. Roosevelt. Thank you so much. I do believe that's all the time we have for now. It was great to meet you and have you on the show with us. Tune in next week to meet his nephew, FDR, and learn of his contributions to the Great Depression and World War II.